to not pay tons of taxes if you want to move to a better place. Because a lot of people, they're like, I can't move to Bali or Mexico or Dubai or Thailand because I have this shit job that makes me have to exist in one place. Like I genuinely couldn't imagine having to like be in one spot to work a job. Like that just sounds like a genuine prison nightmare, like right now. I couldn't imagine just being able to exist anywhere and make money at any time. So like that's what high ticket sales allows for you. You think you need $1 million to live that life. No, it's 10K a month and then you're already there. So
100%. I think LP said in the comments to accept crypto. Yes, of course, you are a crypto group, so we will be setting up a way that you can pay through crypto if you would like. Not a problem at all. Yeah, location dependence. Any questions, guys? Anything that you're uncertain on or you would like to be, you're just curious about, you want answered? Anything about high ticket sales? Anything I can help with?
thank you, base god. No, I don't think Connor will accept meme coins.
Is there any type of personalities that you wouldn't recommend doing sales? This is a great question. I don't think that there is. I don't think that there is a personality I wouldn't recommend. 5 years ago, I struggled to pick up the phone to order a pizza, right? So I'm a very different person from what I was like 5 years ago. Sales is just simply a skill that anybody can learn, in my belief, right? Maybe there's a small percentage of people that aren't meant for it, but if you're thinking that, it's probably not you, right? I can guarantee that, right? Doesn't matter if English is your second language, or you've got an accent or whatever it is. The type of personality, I don't think there really is personality that isn't a direct
Yep.
misalignment with sales.
And the sales in high ticket sales is very different from car sales or solar sales or even door-to-door sales. It's a very different form of sales. I would call high ticket sales like antisocial sales because it's more about getting the other person to open up and speak and you just asking good questions than it is about you shoving a bunch of words down their throat, right? Maybe if you're a car salesman, it's all about how bubbly and social you are and you're just talking all the time. But it's not an extrovert job. If you are introverted, it could actually be a benefit because you will just talk less and they'll talk more, and that usually ends up working in your favor.
100%. Sheldon's got a question. I've heard the high ticket sales space has a high churn rate for sales and closes. Why is that? Should I focus on getting something more secure like tech sales first and leaving high ticket as a side gig only for now? It's a great question. So with any great market that has great opportunity to make money, there's going to be volatility, right? And so with coaching programs and business owners, yes, there are people out there that aren't going to be good to work with, but that's why I said before, the skill to figure out what is a good company to work for and that is going to make you money and it is good for the longer term is critical. Because if you don't know how to do that, then that volatility is going to be a problem for you. But if you know what to look for, and if you have someone with experience like myself who can tell you that shit or this is good and this is going to make you money, well, then your chances of success are infinitely greater. Now, tech
Mhm.
sales is also a good way to do things as well. You can work remotely. That's also a good thing as well. Uh, but high ticket sales, the reason why it's so lucrative to most people is because you can make a lot of money and you can be very, geographically independent, location independence, and you just have to take silly little sales calls with people for like an hour. I've never seen something as lucrative as that, really.
Yeah.
Uh, Hopefully answers your
And
question, Sheldon.
and to give a case study to Sheldon, I have done one high ticket sales job my entire life, only one, and I worked there for a year and a half, and I didn't have any of high ticket sales jobs before that, and I left this one because I didn't want to do it anymore, and I just basically was making consistent money the whole time, and maybe that was like a instance of like having a really good offer, but like you
Mm,
can find those offers, and I really didn't try that hard to find that offer. It was sort of like handed to me, so like these offers do exist where you just can consistently for years make 10 20K a month from working 3 hours a day. Like that dream scenario I've already lived. I was that dream scenario for like a year and a half.
100%. I mean, for me, I was making 10 to 12K a month on average, working 3 to 5 hours a day for a year straight, just for one company. Uh, and I decided to leave that company for something better. So there's plenty of opportunities out there that will allow you to make the money that you want to make. Hopefully that answers your question, Sheldon. Uh, iPhone. What is the criteria that makes these high ticket sales as opposed to low? Oh, right. Okay, I think I get it. So essentially, high ticket is 3,000 above. In my opinion, it's more five. But the reason why it's so lucrative for you is the business owner has, and especially in the coaching education space, they have so much margin in their product that they're willing to pay you such a good amount, really, where you don't really see that in many other industries. That's why high ticket sales is so great. So like, let's say, for example, you sell a product for 5K, you're going to make $500 per sale. Commission rates, no, it's definitely not going to be 1% or anything crazy like that. Typical commission rates across the board, it's going to depend on the business, but it's like 10 to 20% is typically what you're going to take of the deal size, right? It's going to depend on what you're selling, who you're working for, the business, the operational costs, profits, all that type of stuff. But yeah, 10 to 15% is typical, 10 to 20% is what you're going to look like that. Anything above 20% is typically going to be a scam because if they're paying you more than 20%, it's like, well, where you taking shortcuts on operational costs? Um, Hopefully that answers your question. Viking, with some cold call experience plus dedication, how fast would be possible to progress to 10K in high ticket sales? Probably say realistically 3 to 4 months. It's probably a good range, right? You can do it a lot earlier. Like a lot of people do it a lot earlier, but like a good range to do that is probably within that vicinity. Your cold call experience will help you, but high ticket sales is a bit of a different way of selling. So definitely a lot to learn there. Uh, yeah, if that answers that. Frank, is 3K membership lifetime or per year? Great question. So at the moment, we're at 153 members. At the moment, it is lifetime. So you're going to get access to training for as long as you need to, right? There's no going to be limit on that. But for the timeline and mentorship duration, there is no limit. It'll be minimum 6 months that you get to it when it ticks over. But typically, when we get to 200 members, there'll be like a weekly subscription fee if you want to stay in and get access to everything. You get access to the training materials for as long as you need and as long as you want. But 200 members will be kicking a weekly fee, but you would at least have to have been in the training program for at least 6 months or more by that point. Where to begin to look at companies with this opportunity available? Struggling to understand the question. I'm going to interpret that as where
He's
where to
asking like,
even
how does
look.
he find jobs? Like, how does he find businesses to work for?
Okay. So how you find jobs is through obviously networking, like I spoke about before. But these jobs are everywhere. But the best jobs that you guys want to find, those opportunities that can make you 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month, right? Or 8K thousand as a setter, they're happening behind closed doors. And this is how you unlock them, right? Handshakes behind closed doors. Right. For example, I worked for an eight-figure company about a year and a half ago. Top sales rep was making 50K a month. The worst one was making 20, 23K US per month, right? And he was really bad, by the way. And he was just there, just getting hit in the face with commission checks. I'm not joking. Um, but yeah, I found that company through my network and people basically behind the scenes. I said, I'm looking for a job. And I reached out to one of the people in my network, bang, sends over a form. And this eight-figure company hired me within about 2 weeks or so. And I got the job out of like 100 applicants. So that'll tell you something about interviewing skills and why it's so important.
But
Uh,
another way to answer that question, I'd say, is if you're looking for companies, you can literally just search like coach on Instagram or
oh, yeah.
like fitness coach, ecom coach. Just list out a million coaches and then you can implement that cold DM strategy. Or you can go on YouTube, type in how to make money from ecom, and then look at all the guys who sell an ecom high ticket course, see if they have a closer, and then message them. Like it's pretty simple actually. Like when I got my first high ticket program 3 years ago, because we both did it, Connor and I. The strategy that they taught was like cold DMing. It was shit, but
Yeah.
the way to find businesses was that it was just go on Instagram, type in fitness coach, and then list them all out and then message them. So it's a similar sort of strategy. At least add the networking component and then it's good.
100%. No, I agree. And that used to work a long time ago, but it's the competition is now more, and so you need to have new strategies. And as far as I've seen it, nobody in my industry is teaching networking for a reason because they don't have the experience. So I can tell you, networking is goated in terms of getting jobs. Um, Next one from David. What do you think about affiliate marketing? Isn't it like an automated seller? I mean, with digital products, you can get, yeah, so affiliate marketing is good. It's basically sales just done with digital marketing. Yeah, affiliate marketing is great. But sales is a bit of a different game because what I've found with like affiliate marketing, drop shipping, all these other businesses, they're all great. They're all work just fine. But if you end up failing them, what you're left with is practically nothing. And you don't have any skills that regarding wherever you're at in the crypto market, wherever what's happening, wherever you're at in the world, you don't really have a skill that you can just deploy and automatically fall back on to make money, right?
And
So
also sales is easier in the sense that you have one skill. All you have to do is learn how to make someone buy a product on a call. When you do affiliate marketing, there's a lot more components. You might have to learn how to run paid ads. You might have to learn how to create content, how to do media buying. There's all these different skills that you have to learn. That's why you get a higher commission, but it's also more difficult. So if you're looking for, like, as we said, the fastest and easiest way to make 10K a month online, just focus on learning one skill, and that's all you need.
100%. Sheldon, what are the main things I can look for when screening offers? As a trial and error or as a way to know if it's good off the bat? Yeah, so one of them is having someone with experience. That's really important. That's going to be really helpful to you because you can't you can't just get that off somebody, right? You have to have someone there with experience to go, cool, that sucks, and this is good. That's why I've created what I do. But like as general guidance principles, there's really a lot that you want to look for in a good offer. It's like, cool, how much revenue have they done in the past couple of months? How much cash collected? What's the top salesperson making? What's the lowest salesperson making? What's the top setter making? What's the quality of leads? What's the marketing diversification? What are their future plans and growth of the company? Are they replacing salespeople or hiring more? What's the sales management look like? Like there's 50 plus different questions you can ask for a different offer. But as I mentioned earlier before, you basically if you blend it down to the most simple principles, it's like, cool, what is it that I'm actually looking for, like in a company that I want to work with? And then number two, does that business owner or does that offer align to my goals and what I want? And it enable me to make the money that I want, right? These are the questions you need to be asking. Hopefully that answers your question, Sheldon. Any advice if you're looking to hire sales reps? That's a very broad question. My question would be sales